Okay, so we're going to go over finding the height of a cylinder. Here's our cylinder object, and what happens in this question is actually giving you the volume already. So we're going to say the volume of the cylinder is maybe 256 cubic meters, we'll say. It's very big. It's a very large cylinder. Now, before we go any farther, let's talk about what is the formula for volume of the cylinder. Do you know what the formula is for volume of a cylinder?
I think it is pi r squared. No, 2 pi r squared. Which one's right? Pi r squared.
Yeah.
Times height.
R squared. Yeah. Times height. Pi r squared. So what you got there. This part here, pi r squared. That's actually the area of this face. So that works out good. And then multiplied by height. Height is the depth of this, almost like a prism. So that's how you get the volume of a cylinder. So in this one, they've given you the volume, and they've also told us that the radius of the circle also, okay? So we're going to say they said the radius of the circle was, maybe
14.
All right, 14 meters. Might not be very deep, this cylinder. Okay, so radius is equal to 14 meters. So what we have to do there is we know the volume. The volume is 256 meters. So we're going to plug that in for volume. Our radius is 14, so we're going to plug that in just for the radius. Okay. So our volume equals 256 is equal to pi stands for a number. Okay. R is 14, and then we square it, and H is what we're trying to find. So we work on this. 256 is equal to pi. Let's find out what 14 squared is. 14 squared, 196. Okay. So 196. So pi times 196 times H. Okay. We're actually going to figure out what pi times 196 is. We'll get our exact number here. So multiplied by pi equals 615.75. So 615, do we say? 0.75 times the height. Okay. 256. So what's going to happen is we're going to actually have a very, very small cylinder with a large, large face. Okay, and this is what we're going to mean. I have to isolate H. So in order to isolate H, what do I do with the 615.75? Do you know?
Divide it?
Yeah, that's right. Because it's technically multiplied by H, we divide both sides by 615.75. 615.75. Okay. So on this side, it creates a 1, or commonly known as canceling out. And we got to figure out what the height is now. So we take 256 divided by 615.75 equals a really small decimal. So 0.415, we'll say. 0.415 meters in height. Okay. So in other words, we're going to have a cylinder. And we'll try to create it here. That's very, very wide. Whoops, wrong one. Undo. We want this one, so it looks three-dimensional. Very wide cylinder. I'll clone this. And it's actually very, very short in terms of its height. It's only half a meter, if that. Now that's still 500 centimeters, but we're looking at an object like that, okay? Because this part here is 14, so this is the radius. We already know it's 14 meters, but the height of the object is 0.415 meters, so it's actually quite small compared to the 14 meters. So that's the type of object we're looking for, okay? Does that make sense how to isolate H?
Yeah.
Yeah?